What is the man without the pants? Is he still a man? Is he still fancy? Is the fancy a product of the apparel that you wear and the things that you buy, or the way that you live your life? That's the questions that are being asked in this mod. Welcome to Graeme Games. My name is Graeme. This is a game. Today I'm playing a Friday Night Funkin' mod versus Fancy Pants. I really appreciate the pencils being used for the V. I think that's pretty slick. All the squiggliness looks good. So I'm going in totally blind on this one. I know that the songs were made specifically for it. I kind of like the different ways that developers choose to work around, like, you can't really title it a different week. If you start referring to your mod as week 8, then the eventual week 8 is going to come out and your search results are ruined or whatever, and trying to fit it into this sequence here where it will never be disrupted, so instead it's just week Fancy Pants. We got World 1, Adventure, and Ow, which is kind of just like a Fancy Pants thing. It's not meant to be an oof, like a Roblox. It's an ow, it's its own thing. Huh. This is the strangest enemy I've seen yet. It is always weird to hear a character who normally doesn't have speech. Whoa, you can talk? And I somehow understand you? I get it. I've like played a few mods at this point that open with like a what? And it's like, what? I just ignore it, just move past it. I think it's fine. Where'd you come from, little dude? So you're telling me that this girl's dad put you both into a magic notebook? I guess this is kind of a tweak on week 6 instead of getting put into a video game. I like the idea, actually, that the dad is like a sketch artist. He's like this hard rapper, but he also just likes to doodle. Does that mean I was just a creation of him? Or did he put me here? Fair point. Moving on. Forget about it. Don't worry about it. Nice mic. You sing it all, dude? Bap! Alright. I don't have the best voice, but let's see what you got, man. People like to use that one. It was also in the middle school. That was, you can see Beach attempt there. That was also in the middle school one, Phil. I think you can actually hear that they use sound effects from... Yeah, that's absolutely a tweak on, like, the sound effects that Fancy Pants Man uses in-game. This is pretty simple to start with. It is song 1. I also like the rock and roll, like, holding up the pencil there. I think I maybe like the music of this one more than I like the other Fancy mod that I had seen. The vocals on Fancy Man are maybe a little grating. It doesn't have like quite a musical quality, and I feel like that fits other character types better. There are definitely characters out there that are like glitch based that, you know, that sort of style fits well with. And I don't know if it totally works for this guy. I also think it's funny, I like seeing him actually drawn in rather than just being a hard black line for like a stick body. I think that's well done. There was more of a proper ooh in there. But I also I think it's interesting that people so frequently I'm trying to do both hands to make it easier on myself, and it was getting messed up. I find it funny that so many people draw Fancy Pants Man with colored in hair, when I think specifically the original character doesn't have, I guess, the head. I don't even think the head is drawn in. I think all of it is just outlines when I'm trying to picture it in my mind. So it's interesting. It's interesting to me that so many people do that specifically as like a tweak. And I think it works better on this version because they even updated like the look of his stick body. You know, you're kind of doing a more of an interpretation of the character than like a direct translation. I like the idea of modding a character like Fancy Pants Man, because I doubt they would ever have a cameo appearance of their own in the proper full game. Not because Fancy Man isn't a great character, but because he just like isn't a vocal character. He doesn't even have like a mouth. And so I just don't expect it to be in the full game. Whereas like Phil Eggtree, maybe someday. That was some fancy rapping, man. You still seem game, so how about we kick it up a notch? Follow my lead, little dude. The other mod that I saw was like needlessly fast and difficult. Oh yeah, now I really hate the vocals. It really falls apart for me in this song with those sustained notes. It just sounds rough. Ah, yeah, that's unfortunate, because I think the music in this might be fine. I think I prefer the charting in this to the other mod. Just overall difficulty of track. This feels more accessible. I'm saying that now, and I haven't even done Ow yet. I'm guessing that song is gonna hurt. And that would just make sense in terms of, you know, song titling. Bad stretch there. I like the very rainbow colored sick. I don't think that's normally how it looks in the regular game. Pulled it together a little bit, that section, after the 8th time encountering it. So close. I so desperately wanted to, like, ace that entire section. Ace. There's the ow. I consider hitting every note an ace rather than hitting, like, perfect 6 on every one. 6? Makes it sound like I'm counting. Oh, God. I actually switched to one hand because I found it easier on this song. The vocals on Fancy Pants Man don't bother me as much there when they're singing at the same time. Yeah, then it kind of has this quality of, like, layering together, and it, like, adds, it's like adding something to the beat, I think. I'm back and forth. Now I don't mind it that much. It's odd. But I kind of think doing it very much where you can hear that, like, ow in every note would probably be too much. It would be way too just jarring and, like, repetitive and, like, just too much. It would become obnoxious quite quickly, I think. Alright, now we're entering that end game where things are going to be fast. It's going to be crazy. I'm going to lose like 10 times. I'm going to have to drop down to easy mode. We know how it is. That's how it always goes. Do I normally start on normal or hard? Normal seems safer. Definitely my speed. Ain't nowhere near as fast and fancy as Fancy Pants Man. You really are something else, you know that? It's funny to give a voiceless character, like, not slang, but like an affect in their voice, you know? Like, you're really something. Like, it's just funny to apply that attitude to the character. Fancy Pants Man definitely has attitude of some sort. Thanks, little dude. Even just like the little dude. I got time for one more song. After that, I can let you guys out of here. Sound good to you, fancy rapper? Let's make it a fancy one. Just do your thing, little dude. Is this like some sort of strange implication that he is acknowledging that he's stuck in this world? He had like a quick existential crisis where he didn't even know who his creator was, or if he was created, or if he was just transported to this world. And suddenly he's very confident that he could boost boyfriend and girlfriend out of his world. He had like no question about it. He was like, yeah, obviously, I'll send you guys out of here. What about yourself, man? Is this just like where you want to be or where you have to be? You know? Think about that. I'm sure he's thinking about it. Sure, it keeps him up at night in between rocking his pants off. Although maybe that's distinctly the point, is that the pants never come off. He would just be Fancy Man without the pants. And what is the... Now we're asking philosophical questions, let alone existential. What is the man without the pants? Is he still a man? Is he still fancy? Is the fancy a product of the apparel that you wear and the things that you buy, or the way that you live your life? That's the questions that are being asked in this mod. A lot deeper than you expected, huh? That's the core of the lore of both Fancy Pants Man and Friday Night Funkin'. It's all about finding yourself. And, you know, trying to have sex with your girlfriend. It's about both those things. It has layers. There's some depth to it. That's a pretty good use of an ow. I like how they actually lace that into every one of these songs. This is the least fast, obnoxiously difficult final song I've maybe encountered in a mod without just like out of control charting things that are hard to even like wrap your head around and keep up with. And so I'm having a pretty good time. Maybe I should have started with hard. Maybe it's falling apart right in front of my eyes. But a little bit, it makes me think like, oh, maybe they made it a little bit easy. Or is it gonna ramp up in speed like a fancy man jumping off a cliff and bite me in the ass all at once, and it'll be too late. At this pace, I'm quite happy with it. I feel comfortable, confident. Boyfriend, you're crushing it out here, fancy man. You're a great leader. I follow you anywhere. Girlfriend, keep on being you. Oh, that did really feel like an end. But that would have been kind of a weak end. Presumably the song has to ramp up. Once more before the end. Go totally off the rails. Ah! Okay, maybe this is where it starts ramping up a little bit. We're like doing the same thing, but like slightly different speeds. Eh. I do like Boyfriend's vocals in this, which is weird. It's weird to think of them as like vocals and singing. That was a rough section for me. Because it has so many down arrows, and I'm using S instead of down. And it just is like, there's a little bit extra something to think about. But as long as it just kind of does these like random-ish sequential notes. I do better with that than when they start doing like rolling notes that move back and forth across the available keys. Those are the ones that kill me. That, I swear there was something Undertale-y there in that. I don't know if it was, I don't think it was like a literal musical reference. I don't think it was actually like meant to be anything there, but there was something like that started to feel very much, oh, I can't place it. It's either Undertale, Deltarune, something. I could hear it. It was a hint. Honestly, as I'm thinking it, there's no way it doesn't exist. Like a well-done Undertale mod, battling the different characters in that series, Deltarune, layering together the existing tracks and putting fun spins on them and layering together like vocals or whatever. Do you think you would play as Frisk or against Frisk? I don't know, I'm going like way off the rails here, or as Chris. I just think that that mod definitely exists without really like having to look it up. I guarantee that it would exist, and I might have to go looking for it. I just wanted to confirm, ever since the Tricky mod, that there's not anything like hidden out in the middle there. We could, yeah, just cause I'm not gonna replay the entire week now a second time, but I am going to do World 1 on hard. Just see what kind of difficulty ramp up that would actually be. It's okay, we know the story. I know how fancy you are. I know how cool I am. Everyone's on the same page here. We can both just enjoy each other's ratitude. That's what it is. It's not just attitude. It's got ratitude. Rivers Como would be proud. I like the way that the different poses are translated and came across. I think the drawing and animating on the character is good there, and I think it communicates the character well. But there is a little bit of something that like taking this character that is really frame by frame animated, and that's like very much a staple of the character in the series, to have them in these not stiff poses. That would be a disservice, but like that the animation definitely has some tweening, or at the very least just stretching and skewing. to kind of like communicate the different popping into place, whereas Brad Bourne is so precise and so, I don't know, he's just so careful about doing every little bit by hand. The amount of frames per animation is just absolutely mind-blowing, and so it loses a little something. It still is inarguably Fancy Pants Man, but that's like my one complaint. I also like that the songs weren't just titled World 1, World 2, World 3. I think that would be a little, like, borderline a cop-out. I think it's funny to make the first one World 1. Oh god, okay, that shit's harder, and I'm just button mashing. That got notably harder, which makes me think some of those later songs might really blow up. I think it would be lame to just title them World 1, World 2, World 3. And World 1 is like kind of an iconic thing though, and so I like it for the first song. I think you would still name the second two Adventure and Ow, but I wish the background changed to reflect scenes from those games. I think that would be the simplest thing this mod could add to kind of improve the overall feel, to really give it that adventure feel that you're really moving through the Fancy Pants series. Other than that, yeah, I'm still quite impressed with the mod. I'm grateful to a mod to not just think that the best thing they could do is make the game as hard as possible. I, as a player, have a peak, a cap is the word I was looking for, on my talent, and I know that that cap is low. And so I don't really... Tricky mod took me like an hour to play. So over the top. To beat, and I had to downgrade to easy. So, you know, does something for my confidence to play one where that's not quite what's going on here. I'm going to wrap it up here. I'm not actually going to play through everything a second time on hard. Maybe just until I miss a note. Oh, too bad the talent is showing up here. It's saying my accuracy's not 100%, so I definitely missed a note somewhere. I don't know if it was before I made that claim or not. Maybe I just have to issue myself challenges like that all the time. I don't know. Maybe I missed something again there. If I did. Oh, those are misnotes. Those are inarguably. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Singing this. Rap. Well, I can't. Spamming buttons like this doesn't actually. Rap. Oh, look at that. I'm actually improving by button mashing here. I'm literally just hitting every button, How did that? I'm like literally trying to fail the song. I'm trying to end the video here. Guys, there we go. Mostly I just wanted to round things out, and I was curious if they would have done anything wacky with the end screen there. Switched it up, did anything different. They did not. Still nice, fun mod, link down below. Check it out for yourself. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.